Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into the shocking events that have unfolded as a Russian missile attack rocked Ukraine, raising serious questions about the response of the West, NATO, and the global community. This latest strike has sent ripples across Europe and beyond, forcing leaders to reconsider military strategies, diplomatic alliances, and defense priorities. The scale and precision of the attack are unprecedented in recent times, highlighting the ever-evolving nature of modern warfare and the immense challenges faced by nations trying to maintain peace and security in an increasingly volatile world. The attack has targeted multiple urban areas, disrupting daily life for thousands of civilians and overwhelming emergency services. The devastation is visible from both on-the-ground reports and satellite imagery, showing large-scale destruction of buildings, power lines, and infrastructure that people rely on for survival. Hospitals are stretched beyond capacity, and first responders are racing against time to rescue trapped civilians and treat the injured. In addition to the immediate human cost, the attack has strategic implications, as it tests the readiness and effectiveness of international alliances, including NATO, and raises questions about how far nations are willing to go to deter aggression in Eastern Europe. Analysts around the world are closely monitoring the situation, trying to assess the potential next moves of both Russia and the defensive coalitions formed in response to these attacks. The exterior impact of the missiles has been catastrophic, leaving large swaths of urban areas in ruins and cutting off essential services such as electricity, water, and communications. The physical destruction is staggering, with residential buildings, commercial facilities, and critical infrastructure like bridges and transportation hubs damaged or destroyed. Emergency services are working around the clock, often under dangerous conditions, to restore a sense of normalcy and protect civilians from further harm. The visual evidence of the destruction has shocked people worldwide, demonstrating the sheer power and precision of modern missile technology. Beyond the immediate destruction, these attacks have broader geopolitical ramifications, signaling a potential escalation that could draw in other nations or spark further military responses. Governments across Europe and North America are evaluating contingency plans and considering how to reinforce their defense systems to prevent similar attacks from causing widespread devastation in the future. The interior perspective, though often less reported, provides a chilling glimpse into the human cost of these strikes. Civilians are forced to take refuge in basements, underground shelters, and improvised safe spaces, trying to protect themselves from the constant threat of incoming missiles. Hospitals are overwhelmed with casualties, medical supplies are dwindling, and the stress on emergency personnel is immense. Families are displaced, children are traumatized, and communities are grappling with the fear of when or where the next attack might strike. This internal turmoil emphasizes that beyond the headlines and statistics, the consequences of modern warfare are deeply personal and profoundly disruptive to daily life. People are being forced to adapt quickly, with their routines and livelihoods upended, while governments and international organizations scramble to provide aid and coordinate relief efforts. The interior perspective also highlights the critical importance of mental health support and long-term rehabilitation for populations affected by prolonged conflict. The performance of the missile systems used in these attacks has drawn global attention, as their precision, range, and destructive capacity demonstrate the advanced military capabilities of Russia. Modern missile technology has changed the dynamics of warfare, allowing nations to target strategic locations with high accuracy from long distances. This has created an urgent need for countries to reassess their defense strategies and deploy advanced missile defense systems capable of intercepting threats before they can cause mass destruction. The attacks in Ukraine reveal both the strengths and weaknesses of current military technologies, prompting NATO and other allied nations to consider upgrades to early warning systems, radar networks, and air defense protocols. The performance of these weapons also raises questions about deterrence, escalation, and the potential for future conflicts to unfold at unprecedented speed and scale. Military analysts argue that understanding the technical capabilities of these missile systems is crucial for planning effective countermeasures and ensuring the safety of civilians and military personnel alike. Safety features have become a central concern in light of these attacks, as protecting civilians and critical infrastructure is more important than ever. Air defense systems, underground bunkers, reinforced shelters, and rapid evacuation plans are essential to mitigating the impact of missile strikes. International collaboration is also a key factor, with countries sharing intelligence, technology, and best practices to improve preparedness and reduce casualties. The human element of safety cannot be understated, as governments work to educate populations about emergency procedures and ensure that vulnerable communities have access to protective resources. These measures not only save lives but also help maintain a sense of order and stability in the face of unprecedented threats. The lessons learned from these attacks are likely to shape future safety protocols, emphasizing resilience, adaptability, and the integration of technology with human response efforts. The unique selling points of analyzing this crisis lie in the insights it provides for global defense, diplomacy, and preparedness. Countries are being reminded of the importance of resilient infrastructure, coordinated emergency response, and strong international alliances. NATO's role in deterring aggression and coordinating defense measures has come under scrutiny, as the organization faces the challenge of balancing rapid military responses with diplomatic engagement. Analysts are considering how these missile attacks could influence future defense spending, strategic planning, and alliance commitments. Beyond military considerations, the situation highlights the significance of humanitarian aid, reconstruction efforts, and long-term support for affected populations. The lessons learned from Ukraine's crisis will likely influence global security policies for years to come, providing a blueprint for how nations can prepare for, respond to, and recover from high-intensity modern conflicts. The price of conflict, in both human and economic terms, is staggering. Beyond the immediate destruction of property and infrastructure, nations must consider the costs of investing in missile defense systems, emergency preparedness, and intelligence sharing. The financial burden is immense, but so too is the potential cost of inaction, which could result in greater loss of life and regional instability. Governments must weigh the economic and strategic implications of these attacks, balancing national security with international diplomacy. The human price, however, is even more profound, as civilians bear the brunt of destruction, displacement, and trauma. Understanding this dual aspect of cost, economic and human, is essential for evaluating the effectiveness of current defense strategies and shaping future policies. In conclusion, the recent Russian missile attacks on Ukraine represent a pivotal moment in global security, forcing NATO, the West, and international leaders to confront a rapidly evolving dilemma. The precision and scale of modern missile technology, combined with the human suffering it causes, have highlighted both the urgency of effective defense measures and the importance of diplomatic solutions. Civilian populations face immediate threats to their safety, while governments must navigate complex strategic decisions to prevent escalation. The lessons learned from this conflict will resonate for years, influencing military priorities, alliance strategies, and international relations. Staying informed about the technological, human, and geopolitical dimensions of this crisis is critical for understanding the broader implications for global stability. As nations respond to these unprecedented attacks, the world watches closely, recognizing that the choices made today will shape the security landscape of tomorrow.